So, what do you suggest the women in the West do if, everyone's advice is for men in the West to look elsewhere for a wife? What happens to all the women in the West then?
Well, that one study we referenced was said by 2030 or something, 50% of women will be without a man. So that's the direction we're heading. Because two part of the problem, the men that are looking for those traditional values are starting to go overseas, and then two, the other half of the men are just checking out completely. They don't want to deal with women at all. So this is going to be a big issue that women are going to deal with in the future as their options dwindle.
I think the bigger issue here is we're fearful of each other. We're not communicating, we're not connecting, and we're not facing our stuff. And it's easier to check out, right? It's easier to numb. It's easier to avoid. It's easier not to be in the confrontation of what needs to be revealed in order to heal. In other words, we're not willing to say the thing that we need to say in a compassionate kind of way. We're not willing to do our inner work so that we don't project, so we don't shame, so we don't throw shade at others. And we're not willing to listen. And we are still in our egos, and we get hurt very quickly, and we retract and contract and go into fear, and we can't hold a very big conversation around, hey, your behavior could be different. Hey, I'm hurting. People don't know how to hold each other through pain. They don't know how to hold each other through fear. And this lack of being willing to be intimate, to be vulnerable, to be real, to be transparent, to be honest, to put yourself there in the space of relational polarity, of intimacy, of connection. This is the pain that we're facing as a species. Can you imagine if that statistic is actually accurate? And it's not really by choice. It's not by conscious, deliberate, intentional choice. Hey, I want to be single because this is the space that I want to occupy in my life right now, and it feels good to do so, and it's coming from a healthy place. I would guess my stab in the dark here is that these choices being made to be single and to not be in relationship and to look elsewhere or to just be away from intimacy and relationship is not because people are going within. It's coming from a place of hurt and wound. It's coming from an unresolved, unprocessed shadow, trauma, pain, fear. We're going to start getting real with ourselves. We're going to start looking at ourselves, looking in the mirror, and not only looking in the mirror, but looking in the mirror through the eyes of someone else. And that's relational intimacy.